I'm a fish boy who skates for Team X Blades with a leprechaun who plays basketball. Come to my smart house, meet my alien sister. Don't come hungry because I'll bet my mom can't cook.
Hello and welcome to Mom Can't Cook, a DCOM podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Luke Westaway, and I'm joined by...
It's me, Andy. It's only bloody me.
It's only Andy bloody Farrant. Andy Farrant.
An enjoyer of Disney Channel original movies. Here, signing in.
That sounds like such a diss, the way you put it like that.
Oh, he's a DCOM enjoyer.
He's an enjoyer of DCOMs.
Yeah, you're at a wedding, and all the aunts are whispering in hushed tones. There he is. The DCOM enjoyer.
I don't know, I think he looks rather nice. But bite your tongue, Emily. He's an enjoyer of DCOMs.
Haven't you heard? Oh yeah. Loves them, he does. Can't get enough of them.
I'm imagining someone in a sort of red military, like a marine uniform, just being like, yeah, it's dreadful sort. He used to say all sorts of things about him and DCOMs when we were over there in India. Yes.
No, lovely chap to look at him, you'd think, wouldn't you?
But yes.
He has certain proclivities. I'm talking about DCOMs.
Well, today, my proclivity is for Johnny Tsunami.
In Hawaii, Johnny was a champion in the water. Now, he's up to his trunks in snow.
Where do you want to fit in around here?
I just want to learn how to ride. I guess they didn't tell you the rules.
You're not supposed to be on this run.
To fit in, Johnny's gonna have to shred the rules and surf the mountain.
Just you and me. Go big, I'll go home.
Watch Johnny Tsunami, a Disney Channel original movie made just for you. Monday at 8, 7 Central, only on Disney Channel.
Wow, how to sum this one up, Andy?
Sports DCOMs are a whole genre of DCOMs, and often they're about an unlikely person to be good at a sport who is then good at a sport. In this one, we have young Johnny Kapahala. He is a young Hawaiian who is very good at surfing. And then his family uproots him, moves him to Vermont, where there is no surf, there's a lot of snow. And he takes up the mantle of a snowboarder and is good at that also.
He's good at it almost immediately.
Yeah. And then the film ends.
He's good at basically everything. He's man, I wish I was friends with Johnny Kapahala in real life, but we'll get into that. I would say as well, legend. I feel like this is it's a fish out of water sports movie. How will Johnny fare in Vermont? But I would also say that I feel like Johnny Tsunami is a story about so much more than that. It's about privilege. Oh, yeah. It's about fatherhood. It's about brotherhood. Yes.
Brotherhood. It's about the greatest DCOM character of all time, Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny Tsunami, who is not Johnny Kapahala.
No. Well, we should get into it. So let's start by talking about Johnny's life in Hawaii.
God, it's so good.
He's got it so sweet. He's a surfing champion. His granddad is the coolest man in all of Hawaii, Johnny Tsunami, the former surfing champion and saver of wrecked boats.
Do you for sure want to limit that to all of Hawaii? I think he might be the best.
The coolest.
The coolest man in the world.
In the entire world.
I'm struggling to think how you could be cooler than Johnny's granddad.
Johnny Tsunami. So
who is the titular Johnny Tsunami, confusingly.
I think he's probably based on the real life figure Duke Kahanamoku. I don't know if you've heard of Duke Kahanamoku. He was
this is news to me.
He was a champion swimmer, like an Olympic swimming medalist for Hawaii, but who also was one of the pioneers of surfing and did once rescue a bunch of people who capsized in a boat with his surfboard.
Oh my gosh. Did he inspire his grandson with wisdom?
I don't know, but I went to a very nice restaurant in Malibu that was based around his life. So
wow.
He inspired a restaurant.
That's great. The only restaurant inspired by someone's life I've been to is Margaritaville.
Yeah, well, he's a similarly iconic figure as Jimmy Buffett is Duke Kahanamoku. It's clear that Johnny idolises his grandfather. We sort of start out with him and his little surf friends. They're going through a scrapbook of all of Johnny Tsunami's achievements, his many great things he's done, the rescuing of the drowning people, the fact that he's the best surfer in Hawaii, but also he runs to the house to fetch something called the Tsunami Medallion.
Oh, man.
It's given to the person who best exemplifies what surfing is about.
How is this measured? Because they do describe it in the film, right?
Is there an awarding body for the Tsunami Medallion?
Because it's about, like, you've got to... Do you remember how they phrase it?
So there are 3 elements.
Yeah.
that you need to exemplify.
All right. Well, no,
to be awarded
tell me them, Andy, because I want to win this medal one day.
All right.
I aspire to achieve this. What do I need to do?
You need to have respect for nature.
Tick, done, easy.
Okay. You need to have the courage to surf.
I've surfed.
Okay. And third element is just brotherhood.
Oh.
It doesn't say like what elements of brotherhood. Do you need to be the best at brotherhood? Do you need to have a brother, a literal one?
Well, okay. Well, I feel like I've got 2 of those ticked off. I once saved a sheep. Well, it depends how you define saved. Well, I once found a sheep in the road, alive,
right.
Okay. And it had got out. It was a small one, a lamb, if you will, and it had gotten out of its sheep pen.
Right, so what did you do? Finish it off with the carjack?
It was the humane thing to do. And yeah, I was on my bike and it was a country road and I spent about 50 minutes basically trying to herd this sheep on my bike until I eventually herded it back into under a wire and back into its field. Of course, once it was in its field, it was then with the other captive sheep who will presumably eventually be
trampled it to death,
turned into, wool or lamb meat.
What I'm hearing here, Luke, is that you have respect for nature.
I have respect for nature, and in a way, was that not a show of brotherhood as well?
Brotherhood between man and beast.
Yeah, exactly.
You forged those bonds. Okay, tick. And you say you've been surfing?
I've been surfing before.
Tick. All right, tick. You are the new recipient of the Tsunami medallion, Luke.
I mean, when you teased this episode last week and you said that this one featured your favourite character in all of DCOMs, and it's not a main character, it is, of course, the grandad.
I said it wasn't Johnny Tsunami, and I was wrong, because it is Johnny Tsunami.
Oh, that is, of course.
The film is called Johnny Tsunami, but the main character who we're following, the little boy character, is Johnny Kapahala. His grandfather is Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, I mean, I wish the film was following Johnny Tsunami because,
a better movie. For people who haven't watched the film, describe Johnny Tsunami to our listeners.
Okay, right. So, imagine the surfing attitude, that kind of chill bra, hang 10, attitude distilled down into physical form. Mm-hmm. And also into fashion. I'm talking Hawaiian shirts that are just blowing open in the sea breeze, right? I'm talking about long, beautiful hair that is tousled and tangled with the salt water.
So great. He's played by the actor Keri Hiroyuki Tagawa, who you might know from playing Shang Tsung in the Mortal Kombat film.
What range?
The 90s Mortal Kombat film. I mean, this is the exact opposite of an evil sorcerer.
Yeah.
He is the chillest, most laid back surfer dude you'll ever. He is the walking embodiment of that hand symbol where you extend your little finger and your thumb.
Yes, and he has an extremely distinctive laugh.
Can we hear a few examples of it?
You gotta come back for this. Oh no. And the telephone.
It's so addictive to listen to. And also, the way the film begins, Johnny idolizes his granddad, Johnny Tsunami, so much you think, well, there must be a twist here. Surely the granddad is not all he's cracked up to be, but he totally is.
He's just the greatest guy in history.
He just delivers and delivers and delivers on the promise.
Contrast Johnny Tsunami with Johnny Kapahala's actual father, who is a little nerd. He's in the family home working away on his computer.
Tap, 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 tap.
And Johnny's in a big surfing competition. He's winning. He's absolutely crushing it out there on the waves, or at least someone who is considerably older and with longer hair is crushing it.
Yes. I mean, look, it's an extreme sports movie. There is a lot of footage of people surfing and people doing snowboarding and skiing, and at no point are they ever children. These films were meant to be viewed on a very small home television.
Very standard definition, 360p.
A definition so standard that you couldn't tell if it was man or boy snowboarding. But it's the wildest thing. All throughout the film, Johnny Kapahala will be like, well, all right, see you at the bottom, and shuffle out of
grow
shot.
3 feet and be blonde, and
then cut to a grown-ass man shredding his way down,
wearing the same jacket though.
Yeah,
so
that's
the illusion
true.
Is complete. But anyway, he's at the surf competition. He's winning. He's doing brilliantly, and Johnny's mother is there. Johnny's grandfather is there. Yeah. They're a little too close, I would say, for people who are not romantically involved.
Oh, all right. You try and resist the sexual magnetism of Johnny Tsunami.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that the mum is having a secret relationship with Johnny Tsunami.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure Johnny Tsunami is Johnny Kapahala's father.
Actually, real dad.
His biological dad, for sure.
But yeah, so his dad misses the big surfing festival. Why?
Yeah.
Because he's working away on his little computer, on his nerd stuff.
We're shown a little bit of his work. He's sort of invented a kind of version of the internet that sucks.
A version of the internet that you could look up how poor pro surfers are on to shame his son into getting a real job.
I mean, the intergenerational conflict between Johnny's dad. This film can be seen as a war for Johnny Capahala's soul. And
absolutely.
And the antagonists are Grandad Johnny Tsunami and the dad, whose name I haven't even written down. We'll just call him Dad.
Call him Narc.
Yeah, and the animosity is really, really quite intense. Like, the dad goes out of his way to not just dissuade Johnny from surfing, but to like try and limit the amount of contact hours he has with his granddad.
Sick ass granddad.
Yeah, he refers to the granddad as a beach bum.
Yeah,
as you've mentioned, he uses his internet computer to show Johnny exactly how little pro surfers can expect to earn.
Yeah.
In a kind of, do you want to end up like this? Do you want to end up like your granddad, earning this little money? I don't think so.
But then he tells Johnny that he needs to get a job to support you need to get a job to support your family when they need you.
Yes.
Says the guy who literally today wasn't there to support his son when he needed him at the surfing competition.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
And then his mum turns up wearing a rash guard, dressed all surfery.
Yeah.
I'm like, she is definitely into Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, she put that on too impressive. and who wouldn't? There's, I'm not trying to throw any blame here.
I mean, how can you resist the blazing hot? You cannot resist the power of the sun, so too the magnetism.
Maybe he is a sorcerer, a sort of sexual sorcerer.
This is the sliding doors Shang Tsung who decided to put all his sorcery points into charisma.
Okay, so in summation, Johnny Capahala's life in Hawaii is so good. I think, we watched all the DCOMs during lockdown, and this was one of the ones we were watching, like, right at the, when lockdown was its most locked down and you couldn't even go outside, like, to exercise. And I have to say, like, I could almost breathe the ocean air watching this. It feels so good. There's
one shot of Johnny Tsunami, like, relaxing in a hammock on his porch overlooking the ocean, and I was just like, why do any of us not just live in Hawaii?
I know.
And surf all day.
We live garbage lives.
Yeah. Why do we do this?
I don't live somewhere hot, but I'm so hot.
Yeah. They figured out the best way to live.
Yeah.
And you can do it if you want.
You can do it.
You can just do it if you want.
That's the thing. You can just do it if you want. Oh, and I do want. So why don't I do it?
He's got it figured out.
Anyway, I would say that the incredibly chill and good vibes of Johnny Capahala's life in Hawaii only serves to really, really drive home what an a-hole the dad is when he drops the bombshell that kind of sets the plot of the movie in motion.
Well, we have some news.
We just got our first really major net study contract.
That's rad, Pa.
Yeah, it'll be the pilot program in a series of prep schools.
So you have to go and set it up?
Exactly.
So how long will you be gone?
It's not just a matter of a quick trip. It's more like a move back east.
You're moving back east? Like where? Kauai?
Back east, like the east coast of the United States. New England. And not just me, all of us.
The scene where they deliver this bad news is absolutely immense from a parenting perspective. Because, like, Johnny's on his way out the door. He's like, oh, I'm going to go meet my friends. And Dad's like, no, you're not. Guess what you're actually doing?
Yeah.
Moving to Vermont. Meanwhile, Mum, in an absolute refusal to put a brave face on it or anything, is, like, running her hands through her hair in grief and, like, looking at the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, what about a united front, Mum?
No one seems happy about it. Not even the dad, really.
No. Why are they going to Vermont? It's because Vermont wants his bad internet.
Vermont wants the Hawaiian internet. He's gonna link up all the schools in Vermont to his intranet.
Yeah, he's making a kind of proto Facebook that tells you how much surfers earn. Nothing else.
He's the only one with a cable long enough to connect all the computers. So they're like, bring your really long cable to Vermont.
But the dad is kind of happy about it because he's like, this is going to be a great way of limiting contact hours that my son has with his grandfather.
In his defense, I will say that Johnny has a shirtless picture of his grandfather by his bed, which is a bit weird.
You think it's a little odd?
A little, yeah.
Don't let me forget to mention there's another weird framed photo in this one.
Anyway, Vermont is happening now.
Yeah.
And it's snowy. Johnny's dying in his Hawaiian shirt. He's going into the early stages of hypothermia, slipping away, starting to pull layers off because he thinks he's hot. He's walking out into the blizzard.
Mum and Dad, I have to go. I may be sometime.
And then they pull up to the new house. It's a total narc house for losers. Johnny's dad is the worst.
Yeah, it's very beige, isn't it? For some reason, this house comes equipped with a big poster of someone skiing, which, I mean, fine.
Luckily, in his hand luggage, Johnny has a poster of someone surfing.
It's the same size A2 poster.
Hasn't been rolled or anything.
For exactly this eventuality. And you know the dad didn't put the skiing on there because, as we find out, the dad is opposed to all sports, no matter how extreme or rad. In fact, the more extreme or rad, the more he hates them.
And then, Johnny's first instinct is to call his grandfather. But his dad is like, no, let's just look forward to what's in front of us.
I think you'll find the phone lines have been cut, son. Your grandfather, he's quite poisoned by now.
I think you'll find your grandfather is a little busy right now. Smash cut to him fighting a shark in the bay that's been trained to attack Johnny Tsunami.
I ordered this shark on the internet. Not so useless now, is it, father?
But then, of course, Johnny Tsunami easily beats the shark because he's the world's greatest guy.
Probably the shark just willingly stops fighting him and becomes his friend.
Smash cut to him and the shark smoking weed on the beach. So... well, the setup now is that Johnny he's installed in this new house in Vermont, and his dad is working for a very prestigious prep school called Skyline Academy. They drive up together. The dad, Pete Kapahala, practically climaxes when he sees he has his own parking space. That's the kind of guy he is.
That's the kind of POS we're dealing with here. This film is a real record breaker for bad dads.
Oh wow, it's just wild, yeah.
Yeah. So the school, Skyline Academy.
It's Bulworth Academy from the game Bully, basically.
Yeah, it's a fancy school for preppy kids. Everyone's into skiing for reasons that are not interrogated, which is fine. We also find out that there's another school in the area called Maple Valley, which is a state school.
Public school.
Yeah, and all of the kids who go to that school like snowboarding. And the film is basically setting up this very weird Romeo and Juliet kind of dynamic.
The way it's explained in the lore of the film is that a man owned a mountain.
Yep.
But then the man died, and his family split the mountain down the middle.
Stop. Have you ever been skiing, Andy, or snowboarding?
No, I haven't. It's for narcs.
Oh, okay. Well, I have, because I'm a gigantic narc. And I can tell you a few things about skiing. Fact number 1, it's hella expensive. Fact number 2, the way that you do it is you buy a pass. This is the reason it's so expensive, is you have to buy a pass, and that pass lets you go on the mountain, right?
Right.
Now, the people who sell these passes, they just want your money. They don't care what you get up to up there. You can be skiing, you can be snowboarding, you can just you can just want an out of the way spot to do some weird stuff in the snow. They don't mind, okay?
As long as you pay.
As long as you pay. So the idea that anyone would tank their potential profit so hard by insisting that one half of their mountain is reserved for skiing and the other for snowboarding is wild.
I've been to ski resorts out of season. I've been to Whistler in Canada.
Okay.
Out of season when there was no snow, and it had all been converted into mountain biking tracks.
Right.
So it's not like you can ski or snowboard, but also just mountain bikers. You can come. Where do they fit into this system?
They're a third school that
and they're just waiting for summer.
Only pops up in the summer. Yeah. They can all be found underground in little burrows.
Little Morlock people hibernating until summer.
Come out with their little bikes.
mountain biking.
I mean, such is the ruthless monetization of winter sports, right? So it's a bizarre thing to do, to split the mountain this way.
Yeah, well, so Johnny is attending Skyline Academy.
Yeah.
The people there, they don't really know what to make of him because of his ostentatious Hawaiian-ness.
Yeah.
One of the other pupils sees Johnny reading one of his surf magazines, and there's actually an article about Johnny in there where it says that he goes Richter at Backdoor, which I don't know what that means. I assume it's a cool surfing thing. But they're not impressed by his surfing credentials.
No, they're not even impressed by his surfing slang when he says that things are slamming or totally nectar.
Yeah.
Even though these things are cool. And Johnny is cool. And these bullies rock up hoping to intimidate Johnny. And he's not intimidated at all.
No, Johnny Kapahala rules.
He's so cool. I would have sawed my own leg off to be friends with Johnny Kapahala in school. He's just breezily reading a magazine. There's an article about him in this extreme sports magazine, and he's just like, oh, this old thing? You can read it if you want.
It's just an article about how I went Richter at Backdoor.
Yeah, take it. You can give it back to me. Surfing's pretty cool. You might learn something from it. And this bully is trying his hardest to bully him. But all of the bullying
He's unbullyable.
He's unbullyable. The confidence and chill that Johnny Kapahala exudes from every port. Like, maybe go try his dad.
Yeah.
His dad can be bullied.
He's exuding the confidence of a young Johnny Tsunami.
He is, right?
As an attempt to show dominance over Johnny Kapahala. These bullies, they invite him to go skiing with them. Johnny has never skied before, but, with the earned confidence of Johnny Kapahala, he's like, how hard can it be?
In fact, when he's asked, can you ski, he says yes, even though he cannot.
Yeah, because he assumes he can, because he's great at surfing. I mean, I think it's a fair assumption.
He's not totally wrong. He's pretty good at skiing.
Once he gets out on the snow, I guarantee he is 100 times better than I would be. First time I go skiing. I'm no expert skier or anything, but I've done it before. And when the bullies, when he's flying down the hill, there's a bit where Johnny Kapahala shouts, "Whoa! How do you stop? How do you brake?" And then he immediately swivels expertly into a snowplow position. Where he sort of instinctually,
makes an arrow shape out of his skis, which is the way that any beginner skier is taught to slow down.
Well, we should point out here that the reason he is going down this dangerous run without knowing how to stop is that the bullies attempt to murder him.
Yeah, that's right. They just shove him down.
They shove him down the hill.
It would be murder if he had died. Any other kid would have died.
Yeah. Luckily, he's a preternaturally gifted extreme sportsman.
Yeah.
Who is able to come to a, slightly bumpy but ultimately safe stop in the ski shop where he set out from.
I'll tell you something else about Johnny Kapahala and these bullies. So the bullies are friends with a girl called Emily, who is the headmaster's daughter. Mm-hmm. Emily, by the way, is DCOM royalty because she is played by Kirsten Storms, who plays Xenon, girl of the 21st century. A very, very famous and iconic
DCOM.
A seminal DCOM. So Xenon is in this, which is, pretty cool in itself. And, she plays Emily. Emily loves Johnny right away. There's no arc to their romance. She swoons immediately.
Because he's got the confidence of a young Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, right.
So how was she to resist?
And all of the love sorcery that goes along with that.
But crucially, when they get to the top of the mountain, she's with the group. Her bindings come loose, and so she breaks away from Brett, who is the bully, and his kind of henchman, and therefore she is not witness to the attempted murder.
A little convenient, perhaps. I think she knew what they were going to do.
Oh, you think?
I think
they talked
so.
about it. They plotted this. This was premeditated.
Yeah, I think they said to each other, when we get to the top,
let's murder Johnny.
Let's kill Johnny. And Emily said, little rich for my blood. I'm going to look the other way on this one.
Yeah.
I won't
do what you want. I'm not a part of it.
I won't try to stop you, but keep my name off it. I'm gonna, I'll say something's up with my bindings or whatever. So I think later when Emily, skis down the mountain, she's fully expecting to find the crunched up frozen bone heap of Johnny Kapahala with a ski through his chest or something.
I was watching this bit with subtitles on, and the subtitles for this whole section are just screaming, and screaming continues. But anyway, this is a low point for Johnny. He's been bullied hard.
Yeah.
He goes home. Of course, his first instinct is to call his grandfather, who is catching his own dinner in the ocean like a legend. So he misses the call.
I mean, also, Johnny just... if this was me, if this had happened to me, firstly, as we've discussed, I would be medically dead. However, also, if it was me and I got home, I would have run to my mum. I would be in tears and I would have tearfully described what had happened, or I would have run upstairs. I would have never spoken to anyone again. It would have been the end of my life.
Yeah.
Johnny breezes in. He's like, "Whew. Oh, yeah, I went skiing. Yeah, I just fell over once, but I made it count."
Yeah, tweaked the old back a little.
Yeah.
Oh.
And his parents are like, damn, he's cool. Except the dad, who's like, what, you went skiing? You tried to make friends? I'm livid.
Yeah. Well, this is the reason why Johnny has framed pictures of his grandpa and mum, but no framed picture of his dad on his desk.
Because they are actually his family.
But yeah, then he goes into school the next day, and his wild, untamed spirit can't be tamed by these narcs. He swapped his narc shirt for a Hawaiian shirt that he's wearing with his uniform.
Oh, yeah, he's got his uniform at this point, hasn't he?
So it's even, his humiliation at the hands of the bullies hasn't dulled his spirit at all.
Nothing dulls his spirit.
No.
He's immense.
But he's getting the bus home the next day, and he bumps into some students from Maple Valley. And this is when we get a glimpse at the other side of the divide.
Oh, so you go to Skyline?
Maple Valley. It's the public school. My name's Sam.
Johnny Capahala. So, you any good on that thing?
Well, I have been known to get a little air.
Is it hard to learn?
It's a lot easier than skiing.
Think you could teach me how?
I guess they didn't tell you the rules.
What rules?
Academy kids ski. Public school is board. It's been that way since snowboards were invented.
Well, this is me.
Good luck, Sky. Keep your tips up.
They seem so much more down to earth than the jerks at Skyline.
And how does that manifest? When they go up that mountain, they don't put on your square skis. Oh, too rigid.
Yeah.
Whoa, I may as well put on a suit and ski into the corporate office. No thanks. I'll put on a single thing.
Yeah, I'll snap a single board to my feet.
Yeah.
In the noble art of snowboarding.
The film definitely goes out of its way to portray skiing as, an elitist sport for jerks, and snowboarding as the winter sport of the people.
Yeah. Even though they are equally expensive.
Prohibitively expensive.
It's so down the middle. Like, no one from Skyline snowboards. It's like illegal for them to snowboard. It's illegal for Maple Valley students to ski. If they're seen on the other side of the island,
they're shot.
They go to prison. They're shot and killed, and their body is left there as a warning to the others.
Later in the film, we see a kind of mountain rescue person on a skidoo, rocking up on some Maple Valley kids who are on the wrong side of the mountain, and he basically says to them, like, "I think you kids should run along back to your side of the mountain."
So it's enforced.
Yeah, I mean,
it's enforced by mountain patrol.
Exactly, and I mean, you don't see it, but I think it's implied that he's reaching for a rifle slung on the back of that skidoo. This kind of love across the divide theme starts to come more into force, because this is on the bus is where Johnny meets Sam, right?
Yes.
Sam is a Maple Valley kid who loves snowboarding. He's one of the urchins, and Johnny, being new, or thinking that these correctly thinking that these stupid rigid rules are totally bogus, basically persuades Sam to teach him to snowboard.
Sam feels a kinship with Johnny because he's a military brat. His dad's in the army or the Air Force,
one of them,
branch of
I don't know,
some
Navy
branch
or something.
of the military. Yeah. But they move around a lot. Sam is always being shuffled from school to school, from place to place, always cold places for some reason. But he knows what it's like to be the new kid, so he sort of takes Johnny under his wing. And Johnny, in kind, has a real kinship with the Urchins because, they're laid back. They would be calling each other brah if they knew to do that.
Well, so, Johnny teaches them.
Yeah, they're Johnny's people.
But yeah, they understand, living for that adrenaline rush, life on the edge.
Yeah, Johnny takes up snowboarding, and he's not initially good at it for about 40, 50 minutes. And then suddenly he's stomping the gnar. And things of that nature.
We do see him performing some absolutely ludicrous... Well, we do see a grown man wearing his jacket performing some absolutely ludicrous snowboarding stunts very, very soon after he starts learning the craft.
Also, the Urchins are soundtracked by ska punk. Thus,
which is how you know they're the goodies.
That's how you know they're the good guys. So Johnny, initially he sucks real bad, but he's improving.
Yeah.
Sam even teaches him the secret urchin handshake. But then who should see him with his board but the bullies? And they are furious.
Of course they are. He's trampling their their time-honoured tradition. Skies don't snowboard. Yeah. Can you imagine if what would happen?
It would be chaos.
Dogs would be eating each other.
Yeah, the mountain would literally split in two. The problem is, as well, it's less of an equitable situation than it sounds, the mountain being divided down the middle, because all the good runs are on the north side, which belongs to the skies.
Yeah.
So the urchins, they want to be able to carve that sweet powder, but they're not allowed.
You have to wonder why this has been allowed to happen, because we see it affecting like these groups of school kids. But surely those school kids are at a steady rate graduating. Are there like 40-year-old snowboarders who are like, well, I guess that side of the mountain isn't for me. Yeah. I have a job and a family, and I'm just pretty good at snowboarding as my hobby.
I've travelled to this Vermont ski resort, but apparently the local school...
Yes. What if you're a snowboarder who's visited from somewhere else? These runs look pretty dope. Actually, those are for children who go to this one school, and they only ski, and only they can go on these ones.
Oh, hey everyone, I'm celebrity snowboarder Sean White. Can I carve up this mountain?
Sean! Get the hell to the other side of the mountain! This thing's loaded!
Sean, I swear to God, if you don't have a pair of skis on your feet in 5 seconds.
It's very odd and not sustainable at all. And they're losing so much money.
But it's the principle of the thing. These urchins are all dirtying up the mountain with their snowboards.
Yeah, with their bad snowboards, I guess.
Yeah. Luke, have you noticed throughout this film that Johnny Tsunami Sr. spends a lot of it shirtless?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tear your eyes away.
Do you think that is because he enjoys the freedom of being shirtless, or do you think it's that he just can't find great t-shirts based on the video games that he loves?
I think that's very likely, and also we have to remember that he's very dismissive of his son's internet business, so he probably hasn't gone on his son's bad internet where he would be able to access great websites like www.insertcoinclothing.com, who are sponsoring this episode of Mom Can't Cook.
Insert Coin Clothing makes t-shirts and other clothing about the video games that you love, games such as Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Hotline Miami, Ratchet & Clank, Resident Evil, Yakuza, loads of stuff, all the stuff that you love. And they've given us a special code that will give you 15% off your next order. So if you enter the code with great powder, POWDER,
it's a snow pun.
One word.
You get it.
It's a snow pun.
You get it.
Yeah. You get 15% off your order. Not applicable on charity items, bundles, gift cards, postage, and some products at launch. Codes can't be combined with other deals or promotions, and that is valid until the end of 2022.
We think you should put on a cool video game shirt, and that is the only regard in which we advise you to deviate from the life teachings of Johnny Tsunami.
So it's come to the attention of the school that Johnny has been snowboarding, the ultimate crime.
Is this where we meet the headmaster?
Oh, we've met the headmaster already, but he's involved. Old President Logan from 24.
Yeah, played by Gregory Itzin. This was one of those things when we were watching it where I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it's this guy. This guy.
You know.
And I frantically Googled this, expecting him to be from many, many famous things. You know, like, it just had that kind of face. I was like, oh my God, is he like in Twin Peaks or something? Like, I'm sure
He does have a very Twin Peaks face, actually.
He does. And I don't know what I mean by that, but I do know it's right. And yeah, it's he's basically known for playing President Charles Logan from 24. Yeah. And when I excitedly divulged this information, no one else was... We paused the film for this, did we? Okay. Have you know, from season 3 onwards, he was a pretty key force in the presidency of 24.
Sure, I mean... You know, we could just watch a few episodes now so that it's in context, if you like. I can put them on.
So, Headmaster Pritchard is Emily's dad.
Yeah.
And on his desk he has a photo of his daughter, which is fine, but it's facing outwards on the desk. So he can't see it when he sits down. But it's just, I guess, a show of force to anyone who comes into his office. Or I guess just to brag that he has a daughter. I don't know.
That's right, everyone. I did it.
Look at it.
I've done it once. There's the proof. There it is.
I've done it once. And the proof walks these halls. Emily, come here.
Don't believe me. Let me get on the PA. Bing, bing. Emily, please come to the office. I would like to prove to people that you exist. Thank you. Bing bong.
Emily, if you could just speak into the mic. There you go, real close. Not too close or you'll make it pop. And if you could just tell everyone that you're my daughter, so I did it once, at least
you're
once.
You're my, biological daughter?
Yeah,
yes,
say biological. Yeah, say it to the class. Yeah, I don't know why he has this outward-facing photo of Emily. But yeah, it really made me laugh.
Speaking of Emily, she does. She is mad at Johnny for snowboarding, but also a little intrigued by it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because
he's a dangerous bad boy now.
She then shows up to a snowboarding lesson incognito. Wearing a kind of like ninja approximation of a snowboarding outfit so that the skies don't recognise the terrible transgression that she's committing.
Yeah, and she does maybe 15 minutes of snowboarding. She's sort of getting the hang of it. And then for some reason, immediately snowboards off a cliff. She really has to go out of her way.
She snowboards off a cliff, presumably on purpose. And Sam... who I do feel sorry for because Sam is just trying to get what pleasure he can from his life as an urchin on the bad side of the mountain, but now seems to be trapped teaching an almost endless string of rich children who want to, do a little bit of class tourism, basically.
Yeah, copy his weird hat.
Yeah, copy his weird hat and see what it's like snowboarding. So Sam, instinctively and heroically also jumps off the mountain, ending up in a situation that's difficult to describe because it's highly unrealistic, but they're sort of both hanging off the same bit of rock. But luckily, Johnny is entrusted with the task of snowboarding down.
This is a big deal because he has to snowboard all the way down the mountain and not die to fetch the ski patrol.
Yeah.
He does snowboard down the mountain, but also takes the time to do some kind of sick indie nose bones and
it makes you go faster.
Yeah, right, okay.
They're speed nose bones.
Yeah.
Also, as he does this...
There's a Christ air.
Also, as he does this, he catches the attention of the urchins, of course, who their radar is pinging because, like, whoa, who's stomping the gnar?
Yeah, he's stomping this gnar old school.
He's stomping it in a business like old school fashion. So they're, super impressed. Immediately, he's won over all of the urchins who weren't persuaded.
Yeah,
who saw him first and foremost as a sky.
Yeah, but the problem is now that Emily has been endangered by the sport of snowboarding.
Yeah.
Tensions between the skies and the urchins have never been higher. Yeah. It's an all-time high.
Exactly. It's about to escalate into blind, ugly violence.
Yeah. And of course, Johnny's narc dad is furious.
Yeah, I mean, he's just furious all the time. I think he thought that they were going to move to Vermont and Johnny's personality would change to be bad. And he would,
like him.
And he would, knuckle down. And I don't know why it's such a surprise to the dad that Johnny is making friends and taking to the local extreme sports, because that is exactly his personality. Yeah. I guess he thought that it was entirely his granddad's influence that was making him have friends and have fun
and be cool. Yeah.
Emily also breaks contact with him. Echoes of Sam from 13th Year here.
Yeah.
In that she is kind of nominally a romantic interest for Johnny, but in fact she is, fairly unfriendly and quite unlikable and just sort of shows up at the end being his friend again.
Yeah.
And actually, again, echoes of 13th Year, the real emotional heart of this film, I think, is the friendship between Johnny and Sam.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's the core relationship here, I think. I mean, there's stuff about the dads and there's, Emily as well, but I think at the heart of it, the real Romeo-Juliet divide here is between these two friends from the other sides of the tracks. Well, there's one more inciting incident where Johnny and Sam, they're going on a sky raid. They're going to go and snowboard the skiing side of the mountain because there's got the new powder. The fattest runs are on that.
They've had enough. They're going
to carve it up raw.
Ridiculous rules.
But then they get spotted by Brett and his crew, and an actual fist fight does break out between Johnny and Brett. Johnny is called into the headmaster's office and he's like, this whole damn system is stupid. the whole damn system is stupid. Johnny is correct.
The headmaster's like, I think you'll find actually this having rich children ski and poor children snowboard has served us exceptionally well in ways I don't feel I need to elaborate on. But it's a great system.
The note I have here is, Johnny, everyone should have the same opportunities. Headmaster, no.
The headmaster flushes a deep shade of red. Think about what you're saying, Johnny. Meanwhile, the dad is kind of grovelling on the floor, wriggling around
Johnny's
like the worm
dad
he
doesn't believe him that he didn't start the fight because he's a narc.
Yeah.
I think, at Disneyland around like Halloween, they have like the villains parade and stuff for all like Cruella and Captain Hook parade down Main Street. They should add Johnny Capahala's dad to the Disney villains parade.
Yeah, and he should be sat behind a beige CRT computer.
He's on a little wheelie table wheeling down Main Street, working on his Pentium computer. Disney's greatest villain, Johnny Capahala's dad.
Yeah.
Speaking of disappointing dads, though, we discover that Sam's dad, who we thought was
cool.
He seemed nice. He took him to the movies.
He's, got a uniform. That's pretty neat.
But Sam's dad, who promised him they would be staying in the same place for a long time so he could make friends and settle down, has now got a promotion and is moving them to Iceland. That, like, the next day.
Answer me this, Andy. What kind of promotion do you get in the US Army when you're at that level already that sees you going to Iceland?
It does seem like a step back.
I think he's been demoted or possibly court-martialed and doesn't have the guts to tell his son.
He has to tell his son. He punched his commanding officer. Now he's being sent to Iceland.
Yeah. Does the US have a large... US military presence in Iceland? Okay, the last US forces left Iceland in 2006.
So that's after this film came out.
Yeah. So
fine.
So there you go.
But yeah, there is a real theme of kind of disappointing, thoughtless dads. In this movie.
Including, to a degree, Grandpa Johnny Tsunami, because, we do find out that there is...
The hell are you talking about? Take that back about my dad.
Yeah, you're right.
Johnny Tsunami.
The thing is that, like, you kind of would assume, right, watching the movie, that... like all of the animosity between Johnny's dad and Grandpa Johnny Tsunami is, on behalf of the dad, and the son. However, there is a point later where Johnny Tsunami says something to his son that's like, what's done is done between us. And I think it just speaks to a much more significant feud. I think, again, the only conclusion you can draw is that he slept with his wife. And Johnny
the real father.
He is the biological father of Johnny Capahala. Like, that genuinely would explain the level of animosity between father and son here.
That does really explain the entire movie.
He's furious with his own father, like livid, and there is a coldness as well coming from Johnny Tsunami. Like, the tone is, you know what? Our relationship is never going to be repaired. We will always hate each other, but we can at least do the right thing by Johnny. And it's like, what did this?
What happened?
What happened in your backstory?
Perhaps there was a period where Johnny Tsunami became an evil sorcerer who fought in the Outworld combat tournament. He was always taking people's souls and stuff.
Maybe his son was, had a sort of first girlfriend or something, and
Sonya
Johnny
Blade.
Tsunami performed a fatality.
Did the soul sucking fatality, left her a shriveled husk.
In a rash moment, sucked her soul out. Maybe Johnny Tsunami used to be the powerful sorcerer, but only later in life retired from that evil way of life and became a chill surfer. So the dad is like, what the hell? You can pretend to be a chill surfer all you like, but I know the real you.
I know you are the evil sorcerer Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
I've seen you swallowing souls and transforming into Sub-Zero and doing all his moves. But yeah, so Sam is off to Iceland. And
I think that
Johnny's dad
is really
says
sad.
It's probably for the best. I think you should stay away from the Urchins. And I'm like,
Johnny's dad, you also moved here like days ago. Why are you so invested in this Skies versus Urchins BS? Dad's like walking around with a Skies t-shirt being like, boo, Urchins, let's go on a raid. Let's go fight them.
I mean, this comment from Johnny's dad is really the last straw for Johnny. This is the point where he's like, F this.
Yeah.
I'm done. I've got a plan.
I would say their plan is the cutest thing I've ever seen in any film. It makes my heart feel warm. They run away together to Hawaii. It basically just smash cuts to them in Hawaii, right? And it's like, wow, how the hell did they get there? And then the film explains away in a single line how they got there, which is, Andy, how did they do it?
They infiltrated a military base. They snuck on board a US military plane bound for Hawaii.
Yes.
They concealed themselves. How long does it take to fly from Vermont to... I'm going to look this up.
I can tell you this, Andy. It's long enough to freeze to death in the hold. It's long enough to suffocate because I don't think they pressurize it.
Flight time from Burlington, Vermont to Hawaii is 10 hours, 23 minutes.
Hang on. I'm going to do another search. How long to freeze to death? Hypothermia can develop in as little as 5 minutes. Okay.
How much?
So, what should really be happening is
the frozen corpses of Johnny and Sam.
The frozen solid corpses of Sam and Johnny come rattling, bouncing out onto the tarmac in Hawaii.
Oh my God. It's not like it's a commercial flight either. It's a military transport.
And I should say as well, if you haven't seen the film or you have no plans to, we don't see any of this. It smash cuts to, they're just in Hawaii, and then the dad's on the phone being like, how did they get there? And it's explained, they snuck aboard a military plane and went to Hawaii. Full stop. I have no further questions.
They made it to Johnny Tsunami's beach from wherever they landed in Hawaii somehow on their own with no money.
Are you familiar with Operation Christmas Drop?
I've seen the movie, the Hallmark original movie.
Right, yes,
Christmas
okay.
Drop.
Yes.
So,
Wait, did we watch that together?
Yes, we did.
Okay. And it's a thing where US military planes distribute Christmas gifts in Micronesia. And it basically involves like big crates being pushed out the back of an open plane, like with parachutes.
On parachutes,
right. I can only assume that that's basically how they would have got out of the plane.
They would have been pushed out the back in a crate full of
I don't know.
Supplies.
What supplies is Vermont shipping to?
Like maple syrup or maybe
snow?
Hang on. Principal exports of Vermont.
Yeah.
Let me just... The first autocomplete is principal exports of Vermont to Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Maybe this is based on my search history about Johnny Tsunami. Vermont's main export is computer and electronic products.
Okay, hang on a minute. Let's take another tack. Hawaii main imports from US. The top imports of Hawaii were petroleum oils from bituminous materials, petroleum spirit for motor vehicles, medium-sized cars. Oh. So
that's how they drove. They got pushed out in a car and then drove the car to the beach.
Yeah, like Fast and the Furious. Yeah. They were like ramped a military jeep out the back of this thing.
Man, I wish they'd shown this sequence.
Well, it would have been underwhelming because it would have clearly been two grown men inside the car.
The point is, right? We're getting bogged down.
Can we
the fact that these two children?
Can we assume that the rest of the film are the dying thoughts of Johnny and Sam as they freeze to death in the hold?
Why is there a point in every DCOM where we assume the rest of the film is the dying thoughts of the main character? So the point is that Johnny and Sam are now in Hawaii in the custody of Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, and custody is right because he's not.
I mean, I don't think I'm out of line to say that Johnny Tsunami has kidnapped these children.
Well, look, okay, fair enough. He's Johnny's granddad, possibly his biological father. And he has, and he has basically run away to him. I think Johnny Tsunami is within his rights to say, look, son, because he talks to his dad, he talks to Johnny's parents on the phone, and is like, look, I don't want to send him straight home. I want to give him a few days to cool off. I want to try and work my kind of, wisdom.
My island wisdom on him. The thing he says is, if you send them back against their will, they're just going to do it again. They need to come to
decisions. They're just going to hop straight back on another military plane.
Break into the Pentagon and steal an F-16.
Fly it straight to Hawaii.
They've stolen a stealth bomber.
So, I think Fair enough. However, the fly in the ointment here is that with them is Sam, who has nothing to do with his family. And Sam's dad, about to be redeployed to Iceland, is frantic in the Kapahala household in Vermont. Johnny's dad has to turn around, get off the phone and say, "Hi, so we don't know each other very well. Your son is with my father in Hawaii. He's never met him before, and he doesn't want him to leave."
He will not let him leave his house.
He says he's not going to send him back until he's ready. I'd be like, okay, that's cool. I'm calling
really
the police.
Specify what that meant.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the army. He could probably get in a plane and go there himself.
Yeah, and then he's like, can I talk to the children? Just, make sure they're okay.
Absolutely
and he's like,
not.
Absolutely not. They're asleep and I won't wake them.
Yeah, let them rest.
Can I have proof of life? No.
Absolutely not.
It's out of the question.
How can I give you proof of life when I've killed them?
But yeah, they're in Hawaii. Sam has never been so warm. He's having a great time. Johnny's having a great time. And he's spending time with his grandfather. And because his grandfather rules, he is able to talk to Johnny on his level and get him to go back to Vermont in a way that makes sense to him. And he tells him it's like surfing. Johnny, you can ride waves as good as anyone on these islands. But sometimes the waves we encounter in life, they don't look like waves.
Damn.
You've got to deal with your obstacles. And Johnny Tsunami is like, look, Johnny, I'm not perfect. Sure, idolize me. I'm great. And I'm basically perfect. But you need to find your own dreams. Get your own stuff.
Get your own thing. Surfing's mine.
Your own thing. So I'm the best at surfing. And, everything in Vermont is hard. But just because things are hard, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. Right?
I genuinely think that sometimes they don't look like waves. Like speech is good. I think it might be the first genuinely good line of any DCOM that we've covered.
It's the best bit of writing in any DCOM we've encountered so far.
Yeah,
definitely,
for sure.
Johnny, moved by this incredible speech from Johnny Tsunami,
and who wouldn't?
Is like I have to go back to Vermont.
Yeah,
and Johnny Tsunami is like, and I'm coming with you. And I was like, yes, hell yeah!
Oh man, it's so gratifying.
Turns up at the airport, like the dad is there to pick him up, the mum is all over him, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
We get a bit of a father-son confrontation with Johnny Kapahala's dad and Johnny Tsunami, and he's like, it's like when you wanted to quit surfing, you little nerd. As much as I wanted to force you back in the waters to be rad like me, I realised that you sucked so bad.
I realised that you were a lost cause.
And so I let you, play with your computers or whatever. Yeah. Johnny takes him snowboarding and he's immediately amazing. He's ready to catch the big wave East Coast style. The ska punk is going nuts. Johnny Tsunami is doing indie nose bones and 1080s right off the bat instead of shattering his hip as he probably should.
Not just good at snowboarding, but so good at diffusing bully situations, because while they're out there on the mountain basically shredding it so righteous,
so nectar,
they do encounter again Brett and Brett's cronies, and we have another confrontation, but this time Johnny has experienced some personal growth. He's there with his grandfather,
and he will not allow the injustices of the past to continue.
No, and his grandfather is willing to make it interesting gambling style.
Oh, he's willing to sweeten the pot. So Johnny suggests a race from the cornice to the bottom of the mountain. Johnny versus Brett. If Johnny wins, they share the mountain.
Yeah.
If Brett wins, the urchins stay off that side forever. And Brett is like, why should I agree to this? That's the situation we currently have.
Yeah.
But to sweeten the pot, Johnny Senior puts up the tsunami medallion that he is apparently wearing.
Yeah. All the time.
For some reason.
At this point, I imagine the governing body that hands out this medal, I assume annually, is raising its hand back in Hawaii going, we need that back. You can't give that to Brett.
I mean, yes, we've awarded it to you for the last 40 years in a row, but, that doesn't mean it's yours.
We're not sure that Brett embodies the
spirit of surfing.
We're not sure that this horrible Vermont boy
Who's never surfed as
He's
far as
never
we know.
demonstrated respect for nature, certainly not brotherhood, and I mean, as far as we know, he's never surfed.
He is the current embodiment of the spirit of surfing.
I mean, like, if he wins the medal, fair and square, we have to accept he's the world's greatest surfer.
But so the race is set. It's due to take place. We get some reconciliation between Johnny and his dad. He realises that he's been too hard. You get the idea that his heart was in the right place. He just wants his son to have stability and a good life in the future.
Yeah.
But that's not what Johnny wants for himself, and you can't change that about someone as rad as Johnny Capahala.
I suppose a charitable reading of the dad would be that although he is a terrible narc and awful nerd, in his own way, he was just as rebellious as, everyone else in the family. It's just that what he was rebelling against was something really good and genuinely
really
chill and
sick
cool.
and cool.
And so the most rebellious thing he could do was to install intranets in prep schools.
That's the punkest thing he could do in his situation. But yeah, he apologizes to Johnny. Their relationship is softening.
Yep.
Johnny's dad walks into the lounge to find Johnny Tsunami and his wife hurriedly
putting their clothes back on. I imagine Johnny Tsunami not hurriedly, leisurely, leisurely just pulling his Hawaiian shirt back on. Yeah. Looks like Johnny's going to have a little brother or sister.
It's time for the race. It's the big day. Sam is there. Sam is excited about the race, and he's excited because he gets to stay another day. His dad has delayed them leaving for one day so that he can watch the race, and that is the end of Sam's story. Sam still goes to Iceland.
Yeah.
Sam gets really hard done by.
Sorry about
Sam
it.
Sam does not get resolution.
Well, as we've looked up, the US military does leave Iceland in 2006, so a mere 7 years later.
7 years later,
Sam can expect...
at the age of 20, he will finally leave.
At this point, he presumably mostly speaks Icelandic.
Yeah. You may know him as one of the members of Sigur Rós.
So yeah, unfortunately, that is the end of Sam's arc. We hear nothing more. But we do get the distracting spectacle of the race. The note that I have about the race is how wild it is that the entire town comes out to witness this beef race between two teens.
Well, we've established that the feud between the two schools is the all-consuming political issue of the town.
Yeah, the governing principle of the whole district.
Yeah.
I wish that I could get somehow notified about rumbles between two local teens so that I could be one of those adults who just, comes out to, just see something go down.
Yeah, there's a patch of wasteland near your house and two kids on BMXs having a BMX
they're going to have a
race.
stunt off or something. There should be an app for this or something. So
Hell yeah.
Oh, there's a bouldering school, and they're having a bit of a beef with the free climbers. Yeah. They're going to have a race. It's all going down at I don't know, climbing school in Lambeth or something. So, let's all get down there.
Yeah, there's two schools. One of them's really into Beyblades, and the other's into some rip-off Beyblades. And they're going to have a big fight.
This big-time Yu-Gi-Oh kid has recently moved to a new school where they all do Magic the Gathering. And they're about to throw down to find out.
Oh my God, I would so be there. This should be an app. Child feuds.
Yep.
But take out some of the vowels. There's your app. So the note I have about this race is usually in these sports DCOMs, if they have like a sort of final confrontation at the end, there'll be like some shenanigans in it. There'll be some sort of peril,
some extra obstacle.
That seems insurmountable, but somehow they get over it and they come back and they just clinch the win.
Yeah.
In this, there's a bit of like shoving. Brett pushes him around a bit.
Yeah.
But Johnny does just basically easily beat him.
Well,
in this race.
Maybe don't challenge Johnny Capahala to anything. Because
that's true.
Yeah, he's going to win effortlessly and then be a great sportsman about it and come and help you up. This is actually unusual as well for a DCOM. He extends the hand of friendship to the bully in the final moments, and Brett does not accept it. He's like, get away from me.
Stamps off.
Staggers off to die on the mountain, I assume.
Well, that is why he is not worthy of the Tsunami medallion.
Yeah.
Whereas Johnny is. He's presented with the Tsunami medallion by his grandfather. The governing body back in Hawaii throws up their arms in exasperation. And then everyone is back to the Capahala house for a big Hawaiian party. They've got a whole roast pig.
Yeah.
They've got a luau that's going on.
He has healed the mountain. He has healed the class divide.
He's healed the relationship between father and son.
Yeah.
Emily is there.
Yeah.
She is.
They have a bit of a dance.
Found out that Johnny tried to take the blame for the cliff driving off incident.
Yep.
And they're having a lovely dance. It looks like things are going well for them. Peace finally reigns on the mountain.
I mean, the way you described that list of events, it sounded like there's a but coming, but there really isn't. The film just does resolve in a normal and good way. I think Johnny Tsunami is a really good DCOM.
It's great. It's a really tight movie. Little Johnny Capahala is fantastic in the role. So charismatic.
Yeah.
Everyone is great.
Incredible characters in the granddad, and I would say in the dad. You know, like, he's a villain, but he's a great character. You know, like,
he's a great villain.
You love to watch him
nerd around being a little nerd.
Exactly. I think it's really, really good. And I mean, yeah, that's not funny, but it's true.
There is a sequel to Johnny Tsunami.
Yes.
Called Johnny Capahala Back on Board, which is based around the wedding of Johnny Tsunami Sr.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously we will cover that eventually, but I do want to slightly tease it by saying that it features Johnny Tsunami Sr. Opening a small business and basically becoming incredibly sensible overnight in a way that Johnny Capahala's dad must have spent his whole childhood wishing he would do.
Yeah, but he did. Because the woman he's marrying has got a 12-year-old child, and he wants to be a really good dad.
I've decided that I want to be a really good dad, and
to this one,
and he effortlessly does it when he wants to. So I guess he really just did it
for you because you suck so bad. Oh god, it's so good.
All right, little bit of any other business before we wrap up. Thanks again, everyone who's been messaging the show. I want to highlight this message from Neil and Joseph that says, hello, gentlemen. After watching Smart House, my son and I joked about how it could have been made into a horror film with just a few tweaks to the script. The following day, the movie trailer for the upcoming 2022 film Margot came across our YouTube feed. I will now play you some of the trailer to horror film Margot.
I kind of wanted to save the surprise, but whatever, I'll tell you guys now. It's a smart house, so I'll send you guys a link. Okay, let's do this!
Andrew Collins. You go by Drew, right? Welcome home. I've been designed and programmed to cater to your every need.
So she's like the house, or what?
Most people just call me Margot.
I've never seen AI this advanced.
What the hell did you do to them?
And I can't wait to show you what else I have in mind.
Yeah, Neil and Joseph, you're absolutely right. It is.
That's exactly. They've even got the Dr. Octopus tentacles.
Yeah, there's even a kind of floor absorber analog in this kind of 3D printing thing that's going on. We're not the only ones to notice this, by the way. If I looked through the comments of the trailer for Margot, and like 90% of them are from Smart House fans.
Spell that.
Margaux. Margot. Yeah, so, you know, Margot is kind of the name of the AI, I think.
What was wrong with Pat? Yeah. Personal applied technology. It's perfect.
Margot, mangling and
and robot agony.
Mangling and robot gonna
agonize up.
Gonna agonize you.
Gonna agonize you extreme.
It actually came out on the 9th of September, so you can go watch it now if you want. It's available on digital and on demand. There's no word of a theatrical release, but
why are we promoting?
Why are we promoting Margot? I don't know. Don't watch Margot. Watch Smart House.
Watch Smart House a second time.
Yeah. Thanks very much, everyone, for listening. Don't forget to give this podcast a 5-star review on iTunes or anywhere else you can find stars to click on.
Spotify. You can rate on Spotify.
You can, yeah.
Or you can write us a nice review. We read all of them. We love to see them. If you want to check out our merch store, you can go to momcan'tcookstore.com.
Great, there's some great stuff there. There's stickers, there's posters, kick butt video screens, t-shirts.
That's all available at momcan'tcookstore.com. Check it out. Get some kick butt video screen stuff for your laptop, for your body, for wherever you want to put it. And also, we need to let you know what film we're watching next time.
Of course. Oh my god, it's a real good one. Well, this is basically going to be the episode that goes out before we're in full Halloween mode, right?
Yes, so we're going to switch into Halloween mode for October.
Yeah.
But before we do that, we are going to do another pillar. I would call this a pillar of DCOM.
Pillar is absolutely right.
We're going to watch Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century. So I'm going to read you the description from Disney+.
Yes, please.
It's 2049, and teen Xenon happily lives on an orbiting space station. When her curiosity gets her into trouble, she's sent to Earth for punishment and needs to learn how to fit in. But when she discovers an evil plot to destroy her space station home, it's up to Xenon and her friends to thwart the villain's plans.
It's absolutely incredible sci-fi. What a world they build. There are 3 Xenon films, so you are entering into a rich fictional universe.
A rich trilogy of films. And Xenon, the main character, is played by the actress who played Emily in Johnny Tsunami.
Exactly.
So some continuity there as well.
Have a great time with Xenon if you're going to watch it. But for now, I guess all that remains to be said is keep your tips up, folks.
Catch you next time.
Bye.